Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
So welcome back to Marriage and Bliss. My name is Kanjagwa. This is Elevate TV, Advancing Kingdom Lifestyle. And today we are going to have an amazing discussion. I want to take you back kidogo. When you were dating, you would used to meet this person well-groomed, anakaa vizuri kabisa. Then I don't want you to tell me what happened when you got to the house. So today I want us to talk about personal grooming and hygiene in marriage. Personal grooming and hygiene in marriage. And I have a wonderful couple in the studio today to help us just break it down. What are some of the things that we want to see in our homes? What are some of the hygiene issues, grooming issues that we have in our homes that maybe you don't know how to communicate? How would you want to bring it out? How do you want to talk about it? You don't know. So today, do not touch that dial. I am very sure that by the end of the show, you will have gotten a solution. So do not forget to engage with us on all our social media platforms at Elevate TV Kenya, at Marriage and Bliss, and we will be sure to get back to you. So thank you very much, and help me welcome our wonderful guest. Karibuni sana to Marriage and Bliss. We just talk about marriage and restoring God's order in matters marriage and relationship. You guys are looking wonderful. You're looking amazing. Karibuni sana. Inaonekana the topic today is very good because you guys are looking groomed. Very well groomed. So I will allow you to introduce yourself to our viewers and just tell them who you are, what you do, which ministry you serve in, and some of these things. Sasa hiyo ninawacha kwa familia, you decide who starts and who ends.
Right, let me begin to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Bipi. I'm a born again brother. I'm like 13 years in marriage, and I serve with PEFA South B as the chair for married men. And I really thank God for this opportunity that Elevate through Kajagwa you've given us to talk to the community, to talk to the married couples, and it will be a pleasure. Wow. Thank you. Amazing. Together with me is my dear wife.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Kajagwa. And my name is Jacinta. Daniel is my husband. We are married for 13 years, and I'm a worshiper. I serve in praise and worship back in South B, PEFA Church. And yes, out there in my hustle, I'm also a girls advocate.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. Karibuni sana. You guys, you will agree with me that we have the best people to talk about it. Being the leader of married men, you have these things, you know these things, how they go. And also being a girl's advocate, you advocate for them looking nice every other time. And just to bring it to perspective, for you, how would you define grooming and hygiene when it comes to matters marriage?
Well, grooming, it's all about taking care of our bodies. It's basically, it means hygiene, taking care of yourself, taking care of your nails, how to brush your teeth, how to take shower. Yeah, basically that's what I understand. Yes.
We are always told that men do not like grooming. And especially when we get into marriage, there's something that happens. There's a change that comes. Because most of the times, we only meet out there, especially us who are born again, and we don't live with, out there people are saying we test. Tunajaribu for 6 months, then ikikataa, tunatoka. So when we are in Christ, we don't test. You only get to live with this person once you are married. So for you, I don't know what you would attribute the changes that come, because changes do come somewhere in between. I don't know what you would attribute that to. The person that you are getting married to, the one that you are dating, and the one that you get married to, they are two different people. Either taking a shower is a problem, brushing your teeth is a problem, taking care of your nails is a problem. So what are some of the things you would attribute to?
Thank you, Bwana Kajagwa. I want to begin to say that marriage is a good thing. And when we look into scriptures in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 1, God is talking of a good creation. But in chapter 2, God is talking of it is not good for a man to live alone. So in this case, he made him something good, and that is a wife. And this is confirmed by Jesus again in Matthew chapter 19, verse 4 to 6, that a man shall leave the father, the mother, and come to another person, this is the wife, and they shall live together forever.
Yes.
There's no separation. So the issue of cleanliness is very paramount in the family, factoring that now you live together. But people view it from different dimensions. There is a life that I want to live, and there is a life that my partner would wish me to live. So it all matters from where you stand. So it's a wide topic, but it all depends with who is who in this scenario. Thank you.
I believe from some of the discussions we have had on the show, something that has come up very loud is that when we come into marriage, there are things that we need to sacrifice. There are things that are comfortable for us, but we need to get to that, out of that comfort zone, and make sure that whatever is comfortable for me and not comfortable for my wife, that I will sacrifice. Okay, some of those things are not sacrificable, but some are very paramount when it comes to, as you've said, cleanliness and hygiene and personal grooming, because this person got married to the one that they are seeing. As much as, yes, we are looking into spiritual things, we also look into the physical, that they got attracted to you because of how you looked, how you smelled for some. For ladies, how you dressed is one of the factors that attract him, because we are visual beings. So as a lady, what will you say when it comes to personal grooming for men? Because the problem, most of the problems come with men. I'm aware of Naji. I think most of the problem come with men.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kajagwa, for that question. And yes, it's true. In marriage, guys are really in trouble when it comes to self-grooming. And I should say that's why we are in marriage as ladies. Because with men at times you will find them, they want to repeat their trouser. They think that, it's clean, but I'm okay with it. But for myself, I'll not be okay. I will not be comfortable, because how they appear out there, every the comments comes to me. They come back to me. And will I be comfortable? No. So to help these guys, I have to up my game, because I have to be there when he's dressing, or else if I'm not around, I have to prepare him before I leave. I have to make sure this is what you're going to put on today, tomorrow, Evo, and I think that will help, because personally I've done it and it has worked. Wow. So I don't think we can keep on blaming men. We have to chip in and assist them where they can't. Pali na walemea, you know.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. And we are always told that when it comes to grooming and men, My wife always tells me that anytime you are out there, it is me you are portraying. They will see you, yes. They will see me as Kanjagwa, but they will bring it back to Bibi ya Kanjagwa afanye kazi mzuri, because she's not grooming me. So when it comes to you, sir, when we talk about grooming and making sure that you are well groomed and you are taking care of how you look, the way you look out there, what are some of the important things, some of the important contributions that she has made? Because as she said, it's very important for her to chip in, to give her input in making sure that your grooming is okay. Kwa sababu sisi kama wanaume, especially when you were single, everything used to be okay. I have one black trouser and it is always clean. It is always clean. So sometimes we bring that notion into marriage. So what are some of the important things, attributes that she has brought into your life that you would commend her for in matters of grooming?
Right. I would wish to appreciate the fact that our image is mostly brought about by our wives. Somebody said that people address you the way you dress.
True.
But it has also been said again that behind every successful man there is a woman behind. So it is the woman who brings the image that I portray outside. Now, the challenge here comes in to us men because of the responsibilities that we have. For example, you may realize that I'm a mechanic. And for me to bring food on the table, I have to lie under a vehicle.
True.
And that is where I live. You'll find that my hair is oily, my clothes are always oily, and that is the nature of my work. Now, you realize that I will not very much concentrate on this cleanliness of my clothes. But my wife will always make sure she goes against that. She goes against that. So it is not that we men refuse to be clean, but sometimes it is interfered with by the kind of work
that we
the
do.
nature of work that we do.
Very true.
So it's really a challenge to us. So at times, yes, but you bear with us.
Yes, please, wives, kindly, please bear with us, because sometimes it is, as you've said rightly, sometimes it is the nature of work that causes you to look the way you look, because some of them atatoka nyumbani akiwa msafi, but atarudi nyumbani akiwa oily and all that. But I don't negate the fact that this affects the marriage in one way or another, because for a lady, I would assume that when he comes home in those oily and sweaty clothes, there is that aspect of him that you would want that you will not address when he is looking the same way with the garage. Unajua sasa akikuja nyumbani tena hapa si garage. Hapa tumefika ni nyumbani. So when addressing him in that state, what are some of the effects that you think this personal grooming and hygiene, the way they look, the way they present themselves, how does it affect the marriage in a lady's perspective?
Well, thank you. It's a good question. And the way it affects us, it's when he's going out there to work as a mechanic, I believe one thing, we work with plan. So this guy should have clothes for mechanic, and that's why we have aprons and the outfit
That
is yes, the anafaa kuvaa akiwa kazini. Then after work he should change and try to wipe a little bit dust. When he comes home, let me work on the aprons, but not the white shirt that alienda nayo. Yes, that's it's kind of disgusting, even though he will bring bread on table, but they have to check on themselves. Let them have a specific clothes for their job. Then after that, you change, come home clean. You know, I'll not, it doesn't overwhelm me when I'm cleaning the aprons. But when I'm cleaning the white shirts, the blue shirts, and I know this is meant for official works, like we are going out, we are going for church, I will not be happy when you're putting on a stained shirt.
Very
you know,
true.
yeah.
Very true. Something has been said about ladies. Wacha tuitoe kwa wanaume kidogo. When we were dating, we used to meet out there, as we had said earlier. Na kila date alikuwa anakuja looking very nice, always well groomed, smelling very nice, and that is one aspect that attracted us to them. Then when we get home, things changed. And ladies out there, I know things change. I believe things change. I want you to tell us if things changed for you, because these things are universal. Sometimes you come home and you find she is dressed in a t-shirt ya sengenge ni ng'ombe na ile kitu wanaekanga kwa kichwa, because there's
talking.
Yes, talking. That is grooming also. For them, they think nimekaa to home, there's nothing much I am doing. We will get her side of the story, but for you, how does that affect you when you come home and you're finding her not how would I say, not dressed as you would have desired?
Asante bwana Kajagwa. Kagwaje. You know, marriage is an institution yenye hatuwezi epuka. Whether you are born again or not born again.
Yes.
This is an institution that we cannot run out of it. Na wakati ilianza, kwa mwanaume yoyote, hakuna ule mwanaume anapenda kuwa msichana ambaye ni mchafu.
Very true.
Na vile vile hakuna msichana angependa kuolewa na mwanaume ambaye ana akili na hana mali. It's a fact. But now, sasa inafika mahali kunakuwa na kuzoea. You know, mazoea ndio mbaya. So when I used to date her, akijua nakuja date na kuja Coffee Town, angeng'ara kweli, adunge vizuri kabisa Sunday best, apolish vizuri, alafu akuje. Sasa wakati nimemuoa, tumefika kwa nyumba, anasahau. Na hiyo nayo sasa ndio inafanya mwanaume moyo wake unaanza kuwa na shida. Kwa sababu angependa akae vile vile na akae wa kupendeza. So unapata kwamba sometimes our ladies look so much nice when they are moving out of the house. For example, when they are going for work.
Very true.
Or for example, when they are going to church. But saa ile hako kwa nyumba, anamwagikiwa na uji ya watoto,
anakaa tu hivi.
Miguu haijaoshwa na wanakaa vile. Sasa ile inasumbua sisi.
Very true.
But the problem comes in when it comes to communication. Inaweza kuwa nikimueleza hata nielewa. Sasa hapo ndio itakuwa shida. Sasa ile namwambia ningependa ukue, hata mimi ninaanza kujiuliza ni njia gani nitatumia kumrekebisha.
Very true.
Kwa sababu ninaweza kumrekebisha kwa njia niharibu kila kitu kwa nyumba. So unapata mazoea ndio inasumbua. Kwamba nishaolewa, otherwise wote sitafuti mtu.
Mimi sitafuti.
Sasa hiyo mazoea ndio inaharibu, kwa sababu mimi sitaki azoe, nataka maintain.
Yes, ile kitu yenye uliona.
Ile kitu niliona.
Nataka iendelee tu into marriage.
Yes.
Wacha tuilete hapa tuambie, because when you're going to church and when you're going to work and you're staying at home, you are three different people. There's actually a man who said that he likes his wife better when she's going to work, because she's all groomed, she's all looking very nice and smelling very nice. Lakini akikaa nyumbani vitu zinaharibu. What happens when you are staying at home? Ni nini inakuanga shida?
Asante sana. For women, I think nile it's mentality. Like for example, when you are a girl, you had more time. And again, now here you're in marriage and responsibilities are overwhelming at times because you didn't have a kid. Back then, you were just you and yourself. But now you have a husband, and on top, maybe you have a kid. and you have a house, you have house chores, you know, and you have to be all round, you know. So at times, before you notice it, you may find it's too late. You've just washed clothes, cleaning house, and feeding the baby. Then before you notice it, it's late, your hubby is in.
But I believe that as much as, yes, the responsibilities are there,
Yeah.
the intention has to also be there. That you have to intentionally, yes, there's so much that is happening in the home that requires your attention. The baby is here, she needs to feed. The baby is here, they need to be cleaned up. My husband is coming, he needs to find food. He needs to find the house looking very nice. But also, in the same breath, that the house needs to be looking good, he also needs to find you looking good.
Exactly.
Very true. Very true.
Yes.
I agree with that. And that's why I've told you it's mentality and lack of planning. If I've planned myself in my mind that when I wake up, I freshen up, I go to the kitchen, I prepare breakfast. After that, every other activity follows. I think we will not have issues. When he comes back, he will find my house clean, the kids clean, and myself seated comfortably.
Waiting
Plus
for him.
the supper, it's ready. I will receive him if he likes tea.
You will
And
know
you
how
know-
to take care of him.
Yes.
Ladies out there, I hope that you're learning. It is all about mentality. That whatever is happening in your marriage, whatever effect of grooming and hygiene is happening in your marriage, is all about mentality. What is your thought process? That this guy is coming home. What is your thought process? That this guy needs to find food on the table. But also, in the same breath, he needs to find you prepared, well prepared for him. And also for men, that it is important that when I am going home, I know that I am going home. Yes, I'm in my sweaty clothes. I have worked very hard. But when I get home, I need to prepare myself for her, because she also wants me in the same breath. Yani yeye ananitaka nikiwa msafi vile mimi namtaka akiwa msafi. I believe that is one of the things that we are talking about. Now, bringing it closer before we go for a break, I think
question,
yes, sir.
Kuna wale pia nao ladies wanasema wapendi mwanamume msafi sana. Sasa hapo unapata nao kunakuwa na shida. Kwa sababu unaweza kuwa msafi sana, tena inakuwa shida pande hii nyingine. Inakuwa shida.
Because they say that
nikiwa msafi sana nitapoteza pande hii nyingine. Kwa hivyo kuna wale pia nao wako pande hiyo wanasema hawangependa mwanaume ule msafi sana. Wanataka mrafrafu kidogo. Inawafurahisha akiwa rafrafu.
Yes.
So unapata kwamba inategemea na interest of your person. That's why tunasema wakati ule mnachumbiana, wakati ule tunafanya watu premarital counseling, wakati tunaongelelea mambo ya budget, mambo ya pesa, mambo tunaongelea mambo ya communication, na pale tunaongelea mambo ya usafi. Pia ni muhimu tunapata kujua wakati ule yeye kama binafsi anapenda namna gani, ili nijaribu kuishi ile maisha anapenda. Kama apendi nikiwa msafi
una tone down usafi.
na tone down kidogo alafu anafurahia, kwa sababu
because it is
niko kwa ajili yake, siko kwa ajili ya wao.
Yeye unafurahisha. We hold that thought. We are going to go for a short break. Then we come back and tuendelee na hiyo party ya anataka ukiwa msafi kidogo tu, anataka there is a certain point of grooming yenye anataka. Again, usiende past hapo. So I don't know which type of a man you have or a lady you have in your house. Labda yeye anatakanga extremely clean. Yani yeye anatakanga white is white and white alone. Na kuna wale wenye wanatakanga white is cream. Tuko tu sawa hapo kwa cream. So I don't know what kind of a husband or a wife you have at home, but I hope that you're enjoying the show. I hope that you're learning. I hope that we are affecting the nation in one way or another in matters grooming and hygiene in marriages. Do not touch that dial. We're going to come back after the break so that tujue when we are communicating these issues that we are seeing, how best do we communicate them? How best do you communicate them? I don't know how you communicate them. Maybe you have been communicating them in the wrong way, and that is why change has not happened. But from now, we are going to learn from these wonderful people how we are going to communicate the changes that we want affected in matters grooming and hygiene in our marriages. So do not touch that dial. This is Marriage and Bliss on Elevate TV, Advancing Kingdom Lifestyle. See you after the break.
The Apostolic House invites you to Church Unlimited online and live church services every Sunday by Live Church International from 10 to 11 a.m. and for children's services on Sundays between 11 to 11:30 in the morning. Welcome to Daily Church Unlimited online lunch hour services 1 to 2 p.m. every Monday to Friday to feed on God's Word. The online meetings will be live on Live Church International's Facebook and YouTube pages and Elevate TV.
So welcome back to Marriage and Bliss. I hope that you have enjoyed a cup of water after when we had gone for a break, and I hope that you are ready to continue. Your pen and your paper zikuwe tayari, so that we are continuing to learn about personal grooming and hygiene when it comes to marriage. How does it affect your spouse? How does it affect you? How would your spouse want you? Does he want you white or does he want you cream? So we bring it back here. I think one of the issues that is most affected when we talk about personal grooming and especially hygiene is our intimacy levels. Because at the end of the day, this person is coming home, maybe someone who has bad breath, either medically or does not like brushing. So, kuna wale wenye it is an issue that needs to be dealt with by a doctor, and others it is an issue that needs to be dealt with by a brush.
Yeah, properly in the house.
Yes, in the house.
Yes.
So how does it affect? I will bring it to you because most of the times it is a men issue. Not that they don't like brushing, but most of them, it has been scientifically proven that most of the men actually have issues with their dental. And I think one of these findings we will do a professional just to tell us on how to brush our teeth and everything. But when it comes to this person is coming home and they have a bad breath and they have come home and they're asking, now you are my wife and I want you to perform the wifely duties. How does that affect you as a person? And how would you feel? That one we will bring to you. How would you feel if she was to refuse? So for you, how does it affect you?
I thank God he is not like that. But if it were me, I would just get his toothbrush, toothpaste, hand it over to him, and I take mine, do the same. Let's brush. I will do it in a smart way that we will go out laughing or in the washroom laughing, yes, and holding ourselves together. Let's do it together because we are friends. After that, I'll be comfortable. Let's go back to our business, and I will be very.
You will be comfortable.
I will enjoy,
yes.
you know, to the end, because I will not. He's not a baby. He's not a kid. For kids, you will ask them, "Hey, have you brushed your teeth before you go to bed?" But for him, it will be like,
you have to be very
are you commanding me? You know. And just to avoid such a things, you just accompany him, get involved, and do it together and make it fun.
Wakati unafunzwa na mtu na anakuambia twende pamoja, ni tofauti na ile anakuambia enda fanya. So that kind of an environment ya kuleta kwamba she is helping me too. Itanitia moyo hata mimi kuifanya with a lot of love. In as much as ninanuka mdomo, ninanuka mwili, inanisaidia sana the way imekuwa communicated. This is a problem and the way to solve it ndio inaleta ungwana yetu. So you realize that the way we communicate these problems ndio inaweza kuwa shida. Because unapata sisi wanaume mara mingi utapata socks inanuka, mdomo inanuka, huku kwa mapaja kunanuka. Ni sababu gani? Hata si mambo kubwa, si eti kwamba hatuogi, lakini unapata labda hata hatukunywi maji. We don't take balanced diet. We don't take precautions, you know. So unapata kwamba ni careless mistakes that we mara mingi tuna concentrate na vitu zingine, tunawacha zingine. Kwa hivyo hapo watatusamee. Lakini tunaomba watufunze tu kwa upendo.
Iendelee tu, it is a learning
na sisi wanaume tukiambiwa tusikue wangumu, we learn easy. Na inafanya environment kwa nyumba inakuwa mzuri na kila mtu anaishi kwa furaha. Of course kwa nyumba hakuna the main thing, the major thing in the house ni tukae kwa furaha. And whatever we do, hata kama ni kusaidiana kuosha socks, kufanya brushing kwa teeth, kama inafanywa kwa upendo, basi haina shida. Shida ni vile tunaisuluhisha. Hapo ndio inakuwa shida. Lakini kama ni shida imekuja na tunasuluhisha pamoja, ninafunzwa vizuri, ninamfunza vizuri. Hata wajua shida moja kubwa ni kwamba mke wangu si dada yangu. Na watu wao si watu yangu. We have been just connected together by marriage. And so it is upon me to learn to live with her and her to learn to live with me. We've not grown in the same setup. We've not grown in the same environment. Labda kule mimi nimetoka maji inapatikana. Labda yeye kule ametoka haipatikani. Na kwa hivyo unapata environment zile tumegrow, tuna adopt climate different. So kwangu mimi na yeye kukubaliana zikubaliane itachukua muda. So the first thing ni tuelewane. Ni kuwe easily to learn her and her to learn me. There are some principles in marriage like the submission principle, the acceptance principle, the repentance, and union and communion, those kind of principles. So it is good to accept her and her to accept me and to help me change. Yes, that's my take.
That brings up a very important topic. Mali umesema that ni vizuri akuambie tufanye tukiwa pamoja, kwa sababu inaleta hiyo furaha ya kufanya kitu. Unaona, sio kulazimishwa na lazimishwa kufanya hiki kitu. It is something that is coming from your heart. It is something that you are enjoying. Unajua hiyo kwa hiyo moment ya kufanya mkiwa wawili.
Na hapo ndio niseme kwamba kitu inaanza primarily pale when you are courting. Did you get married to a friend? Ama you were pushed to by circumstances to marry that person. If you are pushed to by circumstances, inamaanisha kwamba shida itasonga tu ikisonga.
Very true. Itaendelea tu kukua.
Exactly.
Na kuna wakati wenye unapata there are people who when they are communicating wanasema ile kitu yenye inafanyika wanaisema in a bad way. Kwa sababu kuna mwingine atakwambia kwani huwezi yoga kama nani? Kwani hawezi fanya kama nani? You see, and that comparison, I don't know for you, how would you take it if he was to tell you, kwani hawezi kufanya kama, ama akucompare, sometimes we even compare with our own fellow brothers and sisters,
Ata
or people that we, ama watoto. Anakuambia hata mtoto anakushinda mtoto anajua kufanya kuliko wewe. So it matters communication. And just kumwambia what you would want to be done. What is the best tone and what are the best words to use kumwambia, because communication is everything. And as you have said, ni vizuri kuoa mtu mwenye ni rafiki yako. So the best way kumwambia na the best place and time.
Well, asante sana. Number one, ukishaoa rafiki, it will not be hard for you to make corrections. And you can do it in a romantic way. Make sure your tone is low and don't push him away. Be involved, get involved, do it together. That will really help. Even your kids, they will learn. If you have kids, they will learn from you. And it is it is a good picture to me when you're doing together, because everybody will feel part of each other. You know, hakuna ile ya we toka uende ama we uwezi ngara. And another thing, how can you compare me with another person? As in,
it is actually wrong.
It is wrong,
yes.
and it is hurting. Please,
true.
never do such a thing. It is a mistake, actually, a very big one.
That you should not
because you
compare.
can create a wound in your spouse that may take long. Because for women, we have wombs and we know how to carry things. Actually, unaweza bebwa.
Alafu uzaliwe mtoto from what you are saying.
Yes, from what you've said. So be careful when you're when you're doing corrections to your spouse. Just be ample and use the nice language.
There's something that is very important that I picked from you, that sometimes unapata, you have said this thing again and again. You have repeated this thing again and again. For example, you have repeated about nails. Umesema kata makucha, kata makucha, kata makucha. You know, imekuwa ni wimbo sasa nyumbani. But there's a way that you can do it, as you've rightly put it, that makes it romantic.
Sure.
That in that moment, you two are connecting, irregardless of age. I really appreciate that you...
Hata ina utamu saa ile nampa anakata. Wajua
Ina
sasa ina
utamu.
utamu.
Unafurahia.
Inafanya mzuri, unafeel mzuri. Na unapendwa.
Kabisa.
Hakuna mtu apendi kupendwa.
Hata unasinzia, unajipata umesinzia.
Ulilala because you are
ulilala
enjoying
unaamushwa.
Sasa hiyo inakuwa ni mzuri.
You see, it is very important that you guys have been married for 13 years and you are the one who is giving this solution, because at times we think that these small romantic acts should be happening between 1 to 5 years. Alafu ikipita 5 years yenye mjipange. But it is very important that even married after 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, that you can just sit down, cut, like me, my nails are always done by my wife. And it is something that I pray that will continue even with time. That we sit down, that moment is where we are connecting, we are bonding. So out there, keep engaging with us on all our social media platforms at Elevate TV Kenya, at Marriage and Bliss. Continue just giving us your feedback. Wewe unakatangwa makucha na nani? What are some of those small acts that add on to grooming and hygiene that you can do? Because some of these things we can do. As much as, yes, we want to push them to go to a nail spa and have their manicure and pedicure, these are small acts that can actually help us to connect at home. Tunakuwa marafiki. Kwa sababu marafiki ni zile vitu kidogo kidogo tunafanya. The little things that we add on.
Kukatwa nywele, kutolewa dandruffs.
Sasa hiyo vitu
na
kama
kunyolewa hata saa ingine, unajua?
Kunyolewa wako hashuki, lakini kuna wale kuamvua wanaitaka kubomoa. I am not very sure
kubomolewa na toothpick.
Yes, some of those small things I believe zinasaidia that you are connecting. At that time yenye umeketi chini, you will find communications zenye hamngefanya when you are just seated. Ni zile vitu kidogo kidogo, hapo ndio utamwambia, as unakata makucha unamwambia, na unajua by the way ulinikosea last time. And this conversation come up. Now in that moment, because you feel loved at that moment, you will not bring it up in a bad way. That you are able to communicate it. To you, sir, there are some people that theirs is a medical condition. Kuna wale wenye the body odor and the mouth odor is not something that they can control. Kuna wale wenye hata akitoka shower, still the lily is still there. What are some of the things that you would advise them to do to just help out in solving this issue?
Okay, fine. You in life you realize there are people who their body had is ever there, whether from the bathroom or you just finished brushing your tooth, you still the condition remains. But now there are artificial ways of handling that. Okay. And how I would request our partners to work with us in such a situation, such that kama mimi nanuka mdomo, kama mimi nanuka makwapa, tunajaribu kuulizana ni nini. Ni maji, sikunywi. Is it ni ugonjwa nilio nayo. Kama ni ugonjwa tupeleke hospitali. Kama ni maji sikunywi ni kunywa. Kama kuna some rolos naweza paka na ninakuwa ni kwa controlled ninapewa kwa upendo. Because sometimes unaweza pata kwamba mimi kama mwanaume ninatoa hiyo harufu ya huku. Na watu wananielewa na wanaelewa mke wangu vibaya kwamba ni kama siogi, ni kwamba sifuliwi nguo. Lakini unapata kama yeye ametembea na mimi katika hii hali kuicontain to make it just to handle it as it is. Unapata kwamba kwa upendo mambo haya yamesuluhishwa. Kwa hivyo cha msingi sana kwamba ni kuwe na upendo. The other thing is unapata wanaume sisi time hatuna. And they tell me great men create time. Time is never there. Hautapata ati uko na so much ample time ya kufanya some of these things. But it's good in your busy schedule you create time to be with your life partner, to be with your kids and everybody in the house so that you bond. Because at the end of it all, at the end of the business, at the end of your retirement and job, you'll come back home. And those are the people you live with forever. So it's always good to create time, be with them and get a solution for those very things that look chronic and they will help you. So help will still come from home, not from outside.
Just to add on that, if your body has some issues, smelling issues, again, you shouldn't be in bathroom. When you're going to take shower, take time. Don't shower once. Wash your body, cleanse it, wash again, cleanse it, wash it again, cleanse it 3 times. That is actually a solution itself.
Wow.
Because most of us, we don't have that issue, but it comes just because of, I don't know the right word to use, ignorance. Because you're just rushing, you feel like you're late, then you're like, oh, once, then you're out of bathroom. Take your time in bathroom. Take time, clean yourself well, you know. Use scrubbers, use nice soaps with
a scent.
Yes, a scent, just to kill that smell. I'm telling you, if you do that, 2 to 3 days, you will notice a change in your body. Another thing, do exercise. Exercise, it really helps, it really works in our bodies. You don't have to go to gym, so don't tell me I don't have money to go to gym. You can do it even in your house. You know, you can do it in estate. Just run, take a walk, calculate some kilometers, walk. You know, when we become lazy, so we have so many things that happens and it affects our bodies, physical bodies, and even in our marriage, you know. But if we practice, we do these things, it will help ourselves, because it will heal the waste in our bodies, because you will sweat and all excess chemicals and waste,
they are getting rid of.
They get rid of. Again, do massage. After that, you will also experience some change, and even you will relax your body, because it works so amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, thank you very much. I believe that what I am getting from both of what you've said is it needs to be intentional. That is number one. It needs to be very intentional, that you're working with your partner. It is not a one-man show. It is not that I will come and tell you, you're having this problem and this problem and this problem. It is something that I will come and tell you, I have noticed that we have this issue and this issue and this issue. We can work together to heal this problem and work together until we get to that point. Because again, if I am going to the bathroom alone and I am supposed to shower 3 times, hey, Jesus is Lord, 3 times. But when we are there and we are having a conversation, we will be able to do it without a struggle.
Yes.
It becomes easier. If it is about drinking water, that we put a as a formula in place where we will be drinking water and we are accountable to one another.
Yes.
That how many liters have you taken today?
Yes.
It becomes a routine. It becomes a good thing that is happening
happy
for the
exercise to
two
do
of you. You become actually happy. As you've also said, it matters using scrubbers and good smelling soaps and roll-ons. These are something that, especially for the ladies, you are good at that. These are some things that you can introduce, because sisi kama wanaume we are rough. We are us. So these are some of the things that you can introduce into the family, and they help us in going forward and help us in grooming ourselves and making ourselves even better. So for you, sir, I would want to request you to look into this camera and just speak to a man out there. Speak to a man as a fellow man on the importance of personal grooming, not just for the intimacy part, but also for themselves. That the way they look, the way they smell, the way they do their things, the organization that they need to have, because that is part of grooming also, that they need to be organized in such a way. What are some of the importance that you would want to advise men out there on in matters personal grooming and hygiene?
Thank you very much. People address you the way you dress. And cleanliness is next to godliness. And so I would request fellow men that we embrace cleanliness. It is important to be clean. It is healthy to be clean. It is appealing to our partners when we are clean. So I would encourage us men to take precaution on cleaning. Take time to clean yourself. Make sure your clothes are clean. Make sure you wash well. Once you get to the bathroom, you clean yourself very well. You shave well. Some ladies like mustache, you can do mustache, that stuff. So I would encourage men to be clean, and life will be good. Life will be good and we'll enjoy.
Wow.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I want to bring it to you and just speak to ladies out there on working with their partners, because some of the ladies, most of the times you will find that it is ladies that are complaining that my man is not doing this, my man is not taking a shower, my man is not brushing his teeth, I am getting disgusted by him because he is coming to me not as I would want. So speak to ladies out there, and also being a lady, speak to them on the importance of grooming themselves for their men. That you will not only dress up when you're going to church and when you're going to work, that it is important that you also dress up for your man in one way or another. Just on this camera.
Well, thank you so much. Ladies out there, embrace your men. Don't complain too much. It scares these guys, and you will never know the effect or the impact that you're causing when you're pushing your man away. Please get involved, embrace them, assist them on cleaning themselves, and even on how they dress. Prepare your man. It is your responsibility, and don't run away from it, because if you run away, who will do it for you? Who will do it for you? So be there for your man. Prepare him, wash his clothes, make sure he is very smart before he leaves the house. And again, for us ladies, let's be clean. Let's dress so well for our husbands. Don't just dress so well for your boss or when you're going to church. These are your friends. That is your boss. You will leave him. He will pay you at the end of the month. But your husband is here to live with you. So be clean. Make your hair. Make your nails. It's not bad. Be clean, as in both your body and even your home and bedrooms. Hey, please, I insist. Make sure your bedroom is clean. Make sure your bedroom is clean and smart. As in, don't just make your sitting rooms, then your bedroom, blanketi kwenye ilianguka, that's where inashinda the entire day. Unaiokota tena jioni. That's wrong. Please, keep yourself clean for your husband. Dress well for your husband. Usimwache aende angalie huko nje wenye wanapita. Please be there for him.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guys out there, I hope that you have learned something. I hope that you have enjoyed the conversation that you have had here, that it is important. It is very, very important for you to dress the way you want to be addressed, and also dress for your spouse. Look good for them. Sometimes even just as she has made dinner, go dress up, come back, sit down, make it who said that candlelit dinners should be happening in hotels peke yake? They
Not
can happen.
necessarily.
Not
Can happen in
necessarily.
They
the
can
house.
happen in
Sure.
the house. So
Yes.
thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate that you were here for us just to tackle this topic. And I know that this topic is wide. We have barely scratched the ground. And I believe that we will have you guys again and again to talk about different topics, because you guys are well loaded for this generation and generations after. So thank you very much. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for keeping it Elevate TV, Advancing Kingdom Lifestyles. I believe that you have learned, and I believe that you will remain clean, remain clean, remain clean. And personal grooming is not just for you. You are representing your spouse out there, you're representing your family out there, and you're representing yourself. So please do not fail any one of them, because they are looking up to you. That is our time. We really appreciate that you have been together with us. We hope that you have learned. See you next time, same place, same time. This is Marriage and Bliss on Elevate TV, Advancing Kingdom Lifestyle. Baraka.